going to be a good one. It is May the 22nd, 2019. Wrestleview Weekly, coming at you through your ear holes or your peepers, whichever ones you're using simultaneously, or one or the other. If you're able to use both of them right now, that's awesome. You're watching me live or on demand. Thank you so much. Loving the backdrop? I love it too. Hello, everybody. If you're in the chat room, let me know who you are right now. Hey, Jason. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Gills. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Jamel. Hey, Kit. Hey, everyone else. Who else is in there? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, boy. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com and co-host of Wrestleview Live alongside Mike Tedesco of Wrestleview.com, where we cover all of the major pay-per-views that go on with the WWE. Oh boy, do we have a show to talk about in this one, but also with the Raw and the Smackdown that happened post Money in the Bank. Hi, CJ. Yo. Hello, CJ. Yes. Post Money in the Bank, Raw and Smackdown to talk about. Lots of news to talk about. Some sad news, some mad news, some happy news. Tons of changes on the milk carton. Whoa, we got some people that got off the milk carton this week. Some that have been on there since January. Whoa, dang. So, yes, that's happening. And also, this thing behind me, the brand new 24/7 title from the WWE. Yes, I have thoughts. I will be presenting them with much analysis and much reactions, as I'm sure a lot of people have been doing. First off, I want to admit firstly that after our Money in the Bank recap last Sunday, Mike and I told Mike, hey, I'm going to go ahead and bomb your show, and that was the plan. I was going to bomb his show until this thing was shown off to the world and the entire internet imploded on itself. And Mike being there on top of inside the burning Zeppelin, tweeting his disgust and saying his disgust. And I thought, I'll let the show go right there with him. I figured I would not be doing a great bit of service appearing in the chat room for his show. Just for the sake of, we need some time to marinate, some time to think about it. Don't go nuts about it. But this is coming from the guy who went nuts about the wild card rule. But there are differences between the two. We'll get into that in a little bit. And I will be brutally honest also, I have not watched the Raw recap that Mike and Victoria gave last Monday night. My apologies, but it's only because I'm wanting to give my piece first, and I did not want to seem like I'm attacking other opinions or anything like that, which is not the point. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to come across that way. So I am here to show you my opinion without really knowing anyone else's. Okay? Not attacking anyone, not defending anybody, only giving my own. Okay? Take it for what you will. Okay? And Lex in there saying I'm rocking the Peanuts' Linus shirt tonight. Yeah, I kind of am. And I also thought I would try to wear a shirt that, I don't know, tries to make me feel younger than I really am, because I turned the big 4-0 this year, and I'm really getting tired on the internets of everyone showing off, what they remember that shows how old they are. I'm really hating being reminded how old I am, especially with The Undertaker versus Goldberg coming up at the Super Showdown somewhere. I'm sure it's happening somewhere. They just won't tell us where. So, yeah, I just wanted to feel young. And I feel young. Also, before we get on with the show, number one, what are our sources today? You know what? I notice I'm drinking from the wrong glass. I was meaning to drink from the Stein of Redemption today, but it's still in the freezer. It's still trying to get cold. I love frosted mugs, so Yeah, no Stein of Redemption today. So instead, we are just drinking from a nice little goblet here. Our sources today are from 21st Amendment called Hell or High Watermelon. It is a very nice light seasonal IPA at a very nice 4.6. Is it a 4.6? No, it's a 4.9 ABV, but it's a nice light IPA with a hint of watermelon. It is very, very tasty, but I wanted something light because, as many of you know on this show, when it comes to pay-per-views, I like to make predictions. And many of those predictions I will feel so confident in that I will lock them. And when said predictions don't go as planned, when those locked picks fail, I must punish myself. I must take a punishment. And that punishment, as usual, as is tradition, is the Luna Azul Blanco tequila, 100% de agave. So, how good or how bad did we do? Well, for the pay-per-view as a whole, bring up my sheet here. Pay-per-view as a whole, we went 6-5. Yeah. Unfortunately, of those 5 losses that I took, 3 of them were locks. I predicted Daniel Bryan and Rowan to defeat the Usos, which I thought was a title match, but apparently they struck that before the pay-per-view aired. Which, of course, if that was the case, yes, I would have had Usos winning. I had Baron Corbin winning the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, but as we all know, Bork Laser won that, and everyone got that wrong. So I'll take that one. And finally, we had The Miz locked in defeating Shane McMahon because, frankly, I just wanted that program to end. But no, it's going on. CJ saying the Money in the Bank should be stricken. No, it shouldn't. I have integrity. I would debate that the Rowan Bryan Usos match should be stricken, but no, I'm a man of integrity. If I'd have known, if they'd have changed it and I'd seen of it, I would have immediately gone on the Twitter and the Facebooks yelling out that no, I'm switching my pick. So no, I'm a man of integrity. When I lose, I lose. Okay. Even if it's by a DQ, it's still a loss. So, all right. 3 shots is what we're doing. I figure we'll go ahead and we'll take 2 right now. And we'll take our last one before I go into my thoughts on this incredibly beautiful title. Okay? I'm just going to put it this way. This 24/7 title, I think, is exquisite. Okay? Do you think it's ugly? Fine. You go ahead and think it's ugly. I think, frankly, it is gorgeous. Okay? Gills, Doug staying as a face by doing all the shots. Yes, that's what it is. I stay as a baby face when it comes to this. So, all right, here we go. I like putting this up to the mic so you can hear me opening the bottle if you're not watching. Boy, okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like a title that you would create on a WWE 2K19, but so what? Okay, it's beautiful in its simplicity. All right. I love it. I love the look of this title. So, all right, here we go. All right. Put it up to the mic. Show that we're pouring it. Because, again, integrity. Because anyone else would, make sounds of pouring when they may take a shot of water and they would try to act or whatnot. So, yeah. Kind of noticing I don't have the background right on this. Hold on. Because I'm adjusting stuff live. Excuse me here. I'm very sorry to do that. There we go. Get that out of the chat room. All right. I'm just procrastinating. It's what I always do before these things. All right. Oh, boy. All right. Just do it. Damn it. Just stop grimacing and let's do this. All right. So, as we always say, as is tradition, that's my new catchphrase, by the way, as is tradition, here's to me not knowing shit about professional wrestling. Oh, 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 God. I hate being wrong. I really hate being wrong. But for the sake of entertainment and for the sake of you, the loyal listener, viewer, loyal, whatever the hell you are, I do it for you. And integrity, because no one else in professional wrestling media has as much integrity as I do. Especially those that'll report that Baron Corbin introduced a brand new ring attire, showing off his brand new merch, thinking that he ditched the shirt and vest. Oh, I've been having fun with that one. Now do one without the chaser? No, Goose. I'm not going to do one without a chaser. No. God, maybe if I was half my age, maybe I could do that. But no, I can't. There we go. All right. Let's get on with the show. Lots to talk about, especially the unveiling of this piece of art behind me. So, let's get on with it. Let's go ahead and talk about the Red Show. It's the Red Show. It's the Red Show. It's the big bright Red Show. Yes, it's the Red Show. It's the Red Show. Hey, look at that. I am showing off this title all day long, and I don't give a damn what you people think. You're going to stare at this belt, and you're going to damn well like it. All right? Okay. Hi. I was actually, Ebony, thinking about doing the entire show just with you guys looking at the belt. Okay? I seriously love people being angry about the belt. Okay, what do I mean, you people? Well, Jamel, don't take it so seriously. What do I mean by you people? I mean you, the people who know more about professional wrestling than I do. Before we get into the Red Show, that Monday's SmackDown house show that was supposed to happen in Lowell, Massachusetts, was canceled. Apparently, the show was canceled, according to the ever intrepid and often wrong reporter from PW Insider, Mike Johnson. The cancellation is likely due to SmackDown stars being brought to Raw that Monday in Albany at the same time. So you're telling me that the SmackDown Live house show was canceled because of the people that were there for Monday Night Raw. Okay, this is going to be good. So pay attention to who was on Monday Night Raw, and then we'll understand the justification for that. Okay? All right. On to the Red Show. Look at that guy. He's so happy holding that briefcase, that big old Bork. Bork's music hits. He's holding the Money in the Bank briefcase like a boombox, and he's just rocking out, man. Yeah, there's a gif of this going. Gifs of this are going everywhere, all over the Twitters and the Instagrams, all over the place. I think I retweeted one of him rocking out to Beastie Boys' Brass Monkey. You know, I love this. This entire show was a GIF factory. Okay. This whole show was a gift factory. What am I thinking? Okay, everyone in the chat room right now, list what song you think that Bork is rocking out to with that briefcase. I think it is Banana Phone by Raffi. Ring, 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 ring. Banana Phone. Do, 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 do. Well, maybe a death metal version of it or something like that. Yeah, what do you guys think he's rocking out to in that briefcase? Go ahead and put it in the chat room. He might be Billy Ray Cyrus, maybe. Oh, some NWA. I got money by 50 Cent. I'm gonna go with Kickstart by Heart, says Goose. My Adidas, says CJ. Fight for Your Rights, says Ebony. The Nexus theme, maybe. The What's Happening theme, says Lex. Yeah, sure. I can do that. I put a baby in you, said Robbie Rod Steamer. There you go, Crash. There you go. There's the winner. Who else has got one? Come on. What else is he rocking out to? All right. I think he might be rocking out anything by Kesha. Kesha is what I would be thinking. All right. Bork comes out, showing off the briefcase and talk about basically Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston both come out. They're all threatening about who is Lesnar going to cash in on, and Heyman says that this is Lesnar's game of anticipation, which means Rollins has to wait until Lesnar feels like cashing it in, even though Rollins asked him, hey, if you want to cash it in, do it right now. And then after that, Kofi Kingston, maybe, and then Heyman goes, well, maybe Lesnar wants a new challenge. Maybe he wants to face Kofi Kingston. And out comes Kofi Kingston. He shouts out wild card. Kofi says when it's all said and done, he wants to be considered one of the best WWE champs of all time. He can't do that if he doesn't face the best night in and night out. Kingston congratulates Lesnar on winning the Money in the Bank, but if he's cashing in tonight, it's going to have to be on him. Heyman says that it's interesting that both of these guys are auditioning to face Bork. The Money in the Bank holder didn't have to go to the champions. They came to him for a match. Heyman understands that Rollins and Kingston aren't done for the evening, so as long as they're around, maybe the briefcase isn't going anywhere. Pretty decent opener for the show. Really great, I want to say. We don't really see this that often when it comes to the person holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, nor from the champions that it might involve. You never see the champions go right after the briefcase holder saying, hey, if you want to do it now. So, yeah. I think it's kind of refreshing. Yeah. More songs that are rocking out on the boombox. All Star by Smash Mouth says Jamel. Goose says Wonderwall by Oasis. It's Not Unusual by Tom Jones says Jamel. That or Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Never Gonna Give You Up. I think another song that he might be rocking out to, I would say Walk the Dinosaur is another one I think he would be rocking out to. Hey, there's Mick Foley. He's got a bag in his hand, and he's wearing a weird shirt that you would think would have a hemp leaf on it, but instead has a 3-leaf clover. So, yeah, here he's coming in with the title. Also, who is there to greet him but Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins were there to say, hey, Mr. Foley, so they are off the milk carton. Dana Brooke was there to say, hey there, Foley, how you doing? She's still okay. A random Drake Maverick showing up. So I will have more notes about Drake Maverick on the main roster now that we're seeing him more often on the show. So, yeah, if the dude is Irish, he should be wearing a 4-leaf clover. Leaving it at that. So Mick Foley's there. He's got a bag. He's got something there. Sami Zayn is in the gorilla position, begging Bobby Lashley to help him against the Braun Strowman, because that's who he's facing tonight. Zayn says that he's too hurt to defend himself, and Lashley declines and tells Zayn to soften Strowman up for him because Lashley will be facing Strowman at the Super Showdown show coming up somewhere. It will be from somewhere. We're not sure, but it's from somewhere. Triple H tells Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston that they'll be teaming up to take on Karen Corbin and Bobby Lashley later on in the main event. Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. This started off with Zayn running out of the ring and causing a nice little Scooby-Doo chase to occur. At one point, Braun Strowman's backstage staring down Lashley, who then he would get sucker punched by Zayn because he was distracted. But then, inevitably, Strowman would catch Zayn and just destroy him in the ring with a power slam. And so, yeah, your winner via pinfall is the Braun Strowman. That is a menacing picture of Braun Strowman right there. And a very nice t-shirt that he's wearing as well. I love the art. That is very nice. Mikey saying that was something. Yeah, it was something. All right. Later tonight, we got a moment of bliss coming up with Becky Lynch, who is the Raw Women's Champion. And also coming up next is an in-ring interview with Lars Sullivan. So let's go ahead and do that interview with Lars Sullivan. He's in the ring. Charles Caruso tries to ask him a question, but then he's interrupted by the Lucha House Party. The little Mexican guys surround the ring thinking they can get the best of him, but not so much. Lars just destroys them all. So, yeah. Boy. Video package of Seth Rollins defeating AJ Styles to retain the Universal title. We're going to hear from AJ Styles and what he plans to do from here on out later on. Ricochet is making his entrance because he will be facing Cesaro. Why is he facing Cesaro? Well, footage is shown backstage earlier in the day of Cesaro mocking Ricochet for being in the trainer's room after his big battle at the Money in the Bank ladder match last night. That's what led to this thing. This was fun. Man, was this a fun match. Okay? Just for the sake of the athleticism and stuff that happened in the ring. Okay? Yeah, when stuff like this, to where you get hoisted way up in the air for a big back body drop, jeez, yeah. Great angles on that, too, by the camera work. But when I really hope, yeah, here we go. This is the gif I'm looking for. But when you're watching a match and suddenly a guy ends up standing on another guy's shoulders, doing a backflip off of him, you get up at the edge of your seat going, what the hell's going on here? Yep. That woke me up. Okay, I DVR'd this and I watched this last night while SmackDown was airing. And when that spot happened, I was kind of blinking away a little bit. But then right when I saw this spot, I was like, hi there. Hello. These two are fantastic. And honestly, Cesaro is the only one of that size that can effectively do what Ricochet can do in the ring. I mean, if that's the best way to put it. Ricochet cannot do this stuff with a Bobby Lashley or a Lars Sullivan or anyone else. Cesaro is perfectly capable of doing all of this stuff. By the way, Cesaro would end up winning with a torture rack backbreaker followed by the neutralizer to win this match. This was a very, very fun, short match. Showcasing the two of them. Cesaro has brand new theme music, which I totally approve of. It is way different from any other theme that he's had. It makes him sound more majestic. You know, it makes him sound like a actual superhuman being is coming down to the ring. Okay. How big is Lars? Asks Ebony. Lars Sullivan is only about 6'1". I think he's 6'1" or 6'2". I stand 6'3". I'm 6'2", 6'3", and that's what it says on my driver's license. I'm not lying. I'm not adding extra inches like most men do, okay? So, yes. Ricochet versus Cesaro. Very, very fun match. Charles Caruso is backstage with the AJ Styles. AJ gives the usual, I got beat. There's no explanation for it. There's no shame in losing. There's a reason why Rollins is the Universal Champ. Fucking honor and respect. Then Karen Corbin walks up, mocks Styles says that Corbin's the guy that squandered the Money in the Bank opportunity. Corbin says it's a slap in the face that Styles even got its title shot over him. Styles then gives him an actual slap in the face. Then Corbin says you'll pay for that one. So yeah, that's what we're going to be having soon, later down the line. Take him down? No, I'm not taking anyone down. No, you got to remember, if I was ever to get in the professional wrestling business and be a talent on TV, I would want to be the manager. I would want to be the Bobby the Brain Heenan that got the shit kicked out of him all the time for the joy of the fans. That's what I would be. Okay, I would love to be the one that I would just turn my head and people would hate me instantly. I could get on the mic and just boil people's blood. You know, that's what I would want to be. So, there you go. Mick Foley is talking with WWE Champ Kofi Kingston backstage. Kofi sneaks a peek at the new title. That jerk. Roman Reigns is in the ring, but before he can speak, Shane McMahon's music hits. McMahon says that Reigns is using the wild card rule. McMahon tells him to remember the yard is small compared to the best in the world. McMahon says he proved his point last night in the brutal steel cage match, but walked out with his hand held high in victory. Just a lot of talk and bluster here. We're going to get Shane McMahon versus Roman Reigns at the Super Showdown. Is what we're going to get. But Drew McIntyre comes out to stand alongside Shane McMahon because we are going to get a WrestleMania rematch of Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre with Shane McMahon at ringside. Is what we're going to get. No problems there. Becky Lynch is seen looking at her new Raw Women's title because she's going to be having a moment of bliss later tonight. Brock Lesnar is backstage with Paul Heyman and they're polishing his briefcase. And meanwhile, the Usos make their entrance and they fist bump Roman Reigns as they walk down the ramp because they're going to be facing the Revival. Sans comedy. No comedy going on right now. Shane and Drew are walking backstage. Backstage interviewer stops him. The Miz walks up to them, says he's not done with Shane. Well, Drew says Shane is done with the Miz, but if you want to fight, I'll oblige. So instead of it being Drew and Roman, we're getting the Miz versus Drew McIntyre. And he's coming for McMahon. Miz says he's coming for McMahon after he's done with McIntyre. The tequila is hitting. Take a sip of the sources. Usos versus the Revival, showing all of the wild madcap antics that those Usos are doing on the Revival. Those wild and wacky Samoans, they're at it again. Before the bell even sounds, the Revival attacks the Usos. This was actually a pretty fun back and forth tag team match. I think it carried for a commercial break. But this was a classic Revival / Usos tag team match. One or the other, whatever other tag team that they are going up against, this was their MO match. This was the kind of tag team match we are expecting to see from these two teams in the ring night in and night out. This was very, very fun to watch. Blind tags left and right. Instead of finisher kickouts, we have finisher shove-offs from the other partners. Fun stuff, and it all ends with the Revival winning with a hand on the tights. And that's what we expect. This is what we expected with the Usos coming in. The number one thing was to do something with the Revival to help bolster them. Because the biggest problem with the Revival is no one's been caring about them. So, best thing to do, get the titles off of them at WrestleMania, bring in the Usos, and help bring them up. And by God, it is happening right now. These two teams are going to be going at it for probably a full 5 weeks, is what I'm looking at. This is going to carry on into Stomping Ground. Every single week, you're going to be seeing these guys going at it. Whether it be in singles matches, whether it be in tag matches, 6-man tag matches, this is what you're going to be seeing. Okay? CJ's right. The comedy segments put eyes on the Revival. However insipidly written they were or how childish they were, it doesn't matter. The only reason you're angry about that is because you're offended that the Revival isn't looking as big as you thought they were. Well, now that they're in the ring, going against the team that was harassing them, it works. It all works. Okay? So, it was a process. People had to stomach it, but now they're in the ring and they're doing their thing. Justification, affirmation is what's happening right now. So, Revival and the Usos are going to have their dues. It's going to go on to carry on into Stomping Grounds. Will probably end up being a, pre-show match. Another pre-show match. The titles are not going to be involved. The titles will not be involved for a very, very long time. One of these two teams will end up being tag team champions, and then the rival team, whoever it may be, will come up to them, challenge them for them when they say they've had their number for so long. That's not going to happen until the fall and winter. You see, this is called logical booking. This is not fan-based. This is not what I want to see. This is just pure logic. It's called WWE style booking, is what it is. We're not going to see them in a major title match that's going to involve any kind of stipulations or anything like that. That's going to be later on down the line. Prepare yourselves. This is going to be the show for the tag team division on Raw. Ryder and Hawkins, they're going to end up losing the titles to like the Viking Raiders or lose them to a hope to be reuniting AOP. Who knows? Okay, the Ascension's there too. No, they don't count. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening. That's what's going to be happening. And again, I could watch these two teams every day. I got no problem with it whatsoever. Okay, just the spots they do, they're basic. They're basic stuff. It's nothing outlandish. Yep, there they are, winning. Yep, there you go. Jamel, you still have the revival on your lips. Yeah. Kit, that's right. Fantasy Booking 101. You book the story. Absolutely. You paid attention in class. You get a star to put on your refrigerator. Alexa Bliss is having her makeup done backstage. Nikki Cross walks up to her. Bliss says that Cross has done a good job standing in for her. The only problem is she didn't win. Bliss knows how to cheer her up. The revival celebrate around them as they won the match, but and invites Cross to be on her show. So, yeah. Commercial break. Brand new Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt. The theme song is playing, then it gets cut off with images of Wyatt's scary clown mask, images of children looking so solemn and have written on their face, let him in. Oh, this is going to be good. I loving me this new Bray Wyatt. I'm loving it. But the thing is, I've got a feeling that when he does debut in the ring and does debut in person, he's going to be dressed like the talk show host. Yeah. I really have a feeling he's going to be dressed up like the happy Bray Wyatt. Actually, backstage he'll be the happy Bray Wyatt and everything, but then when it's time for the match, we got to... All right, question for you. When it comes to the Bray Wyatt thing, and when he actually debuts on TV and does his thing in the ring, will they still have his old theme song? Me, I don't know. What I think is that the music that you're hearing for his show, like the "This be your friend, this friendship never end," that is going to be his theme song. And he's going to come out looking like the scary clown. I've got a feeling the old theme is done. I've got a feeling we may see kind of like a Mankind thing. You know, that's one of the things I loved about Mick Foley's debut as Mankind is he had two different themes. He had an intro and an outro. God, and I loved both of them. They were so good. The intro of just the entire arena going dark, and on the mat you saw the moon was shining through a window, and it was this eerie music, like in like an 80s slasher horror movie. And he would come out, sit Indian style, and rock back and forth in the moonlit window. But then after the match, after he would win, it was this piano serenade, and he would calm down. It was just this piano. My God, of all of the themes, there are 3 wrestlers' themes that I say that are the greatest of all time. Number 1 is Ultimate Warrior, because it gets you pumped. And when he runs down to the ring, you are jacked. So Ultimate Warrior is number 1. I'm talking about themes in combination with the wrestlers' entrances. Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker, Mankind. Mankind is one of the top 3 to me. Just how they did that was so great. They're going to try to do this with Bray Wyatt and his return. I really, really think so. Maybe try to do that intro-outro type thing. I think it would be a nice change. where the intro it be, it's so great to be your friend, and he is just evil looking. And then suddenly after it, the outro be his original theme. Something like that. But yeah. Grash saying Dashing Cody Rhodes. Yes, that was great music. Entrance wise, doesn't really match with it. I'm talking about the full combo of music matched, the audio matched with the visual is what it is. Hulk Hogan's theme is fantastic, okay? But it doesn't match with Ultimate Warrior and Undertaker to me. That's me. And this is a great debate to have on what are the best entrances. Not just themes, not just the songs, because if we're talking songs, I can rattle off a ton. But, Stone Cold, absolutely. But I guess I just love a longer entrance. That's just me. Stone Cold's entrance is fantastic. Oh, don't get me wrong. Oh, God. Glass breaking is all you need. Glass breaking was all you needed. Okay? Same thing. Kurt Angle's was fantastic, says Jamel. Yes, Kurt Angle's is up there. I'll even give you Right to Censors was fantastic. Okay? But, again, that's a debate for another time. Moment of Bliss with Becky Lynch, Nikki Cross at her side. First off, I'm really digging this team of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I am really digging this in that Nikki Cross trying to act normal, but is just standing right next to Alexa, and when she turns her head randomly, she's just like, oh, could you go to the other side, please? I'm really digging this duo of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. It'll work fantastically. And Nikki Cross trying to act normal when she's actually really crazy. And Alexa's like, yeah, thanks a bunch. You're my friend. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Daniel bringing up Gangrel and the Brood. Yes, the Brood was a fantastic entrance. Okay, you guys keep on having that conversation and debating amongst yourselves, and you go ahead and have a fist fight about it. We had a bunch of ladies show up for this moment of bliss. We had the Iconics come out to make fun of Becky Lynch only having one belt. Then we had Lacey Evans coming out making fun of Becky Lynch, saying it's because of her that she's only got one belt. Becky Lynch says, I'll just take on all of you. I don't give a damn. Nikki Cross says that she'll be her partner. And then the Iconics say, well, no, there's only 3-on-2. You need one more. And said, well, yeah, Alexa, you can go. And Alexa's like, no, I can't. And Becky going, well, no, all you got to do is just stand there and look pretty. We'll take care of it. Sure enough, that's what she did. Throughout this entire 6-woman tag team match, Alexa Bliss would hold on to a coffee cup and sip imaginary liquid standing at ringside. Well, this was basically a 3-on-2 handicap match. Lacey Evans is professional wrestling. Period. End of discussion. She has got the mannerisms. She's got the emoting. She is the perfect heel right now in the WWE. There is no better heel in the WWE right now than Lacey Evans. Period. No debate. No discussion. She has it all. And it's only been a month and a half since her debut after WrestleMania. There is no question. The best heel in the WWE is Lacey Evans. Karen Bourbon, CJ brings up, maybe very, very close, but there are some things that he's missing that Lacey has. Lacey's got the emoting, she's got the nonverbal, she reacts to the crowd, but she's way better on the mic, both in front of a crowd and backstage, than Karen Bourbon ever is. She is just fantastic as a heel. She will never change. She is fantastic. And what's even better is that she's playing off of Becky Lynch, who is kind of fading as that flavor of the month. Okay? So she is skyrocketing up there, okay, in her in her abilities in and out of the ring, on the mic. You have got to check out Lacey Evans' Twitter feed. You will be thoroughly entertained. Believe me, watching her make sweet tea is fantastic. Okay? Lady from South Carolina knows how to make sweet tea. It's church tea. It's like half a pound of sugar inside tea. That's what it is. By the way, your winners via pinfall in this 6-woman tag are Becky Lynch, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss, with Alexa Bliss not doing anything. Nikki Cross getting the shit beat out of her, and Becky Lynch doing all the winning. So, yeah, that's how you do it. Holy crap, we're taking a lot of time with this Raw review. Didn't mean to do that. Mick Foley, here we go. So, Mick Foley is in the ring to unveil the brand new title. And I know a lot of us in the chat room during the Money in the Bank recap were thinking, it might be a book title. He's got a new book. Okay, that's great tongue-in-cheek, but oh my God, is that going to piss some people off? So he gets in the ring. He gets right to the point and wants to talk about the title on his shoulder. He says there's been something missing from Monday Night Raw, and it's time to revisit the letters R-A-W. It's time to make Monday Night Raw again. For those superstars looking to step up, it takes a lot to be a champ. It's not something you just defend. Titles are something you breathe, you think about, you covet, you love, you sacrifice a few teeth and an ear. It's how a legend is born. It consumes your life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And with that being said, here is the 24/7 championship. It is a title that is defended anytime, anywhere. Basically, it is the hardcore title, sans hardcore. It is to be defended anywhere, at any time, any place, any who, anywhere, as long as a ref is present. Okay, but it's just not with weapons and blood and stuff like that. Okay? CJ, yo, Doug, talk about the drastic change in presentation. Well, change their color thing. Yeah, okay. Well, damn it, CJ, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? God damn it, who's the host here? Cite my sources. If anything, aside from just the presentation of the title, this is the third hour we're talking about. Okay? Notice throughout the entire third hour of Raw, no lights were shown on the crowd. There were no outside lights around the ring to show you crowd reactions. Notice on the Titantron how a lot of lights were turned off. It was very black. All you could really see was just the Raw logo and maybe some white outlining the various rectangular boxes that surround the giant Titantron. Throughout the entire third hour, lighting was turned down to a minimum. Why are they doing this? Is it to set a different mood for the third hour of Raw? Maybe. The cynicist in you, the cynic, words, sources, the cynic in you would think, well, the WWE just doesn't want to show how the crowd is gassed during the third hour of Raw. It is a very interesting change. This is the first, first off, this is the first show they've done this, to where they've turned off the surrounding lighting. It looks like an NXT ring, that they've turned off the surrounding lighting so you don't see the crowd and you just see the ring. It's the first time they've done that, okay? So we can't necessarily say that this third hour of Raw is what it's going to look like from here on out, but that's what it did look like. Now, we can debate on how it looks, just for opinion's sake. Do you think it looks good or looks bad, looks, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. The opinion that I'm going to give about this is that, number one, they don't want you to see the crowd on the third hour because a lot of them might not be there. They may not be giving the reactions that they want, the WWE would like for you to see. But also, number two, it gives a darker, more serious feel to the third hour of Raw. that only us, the television viewers, can see. That's what they're trying to emphasize here is for the third hour of Raw, it is mega serious Raw. Okay? Now, for this title, mega serious? No, that's not what I'm talking about. It is a different production feel. Okay? There is no seriousness of the 24/7 title. Okay? Well, I'll get into that later. Okay? But the third hour itself of Raw is supposed to be the one you need to pay attention to now. Why do you need to pay attention to it? Well, because ratings are going down. That's why. Yes. And that's why they're changing the lighting and the mood to let you know that it's time to get serious time. Happy fun times were for everyone to see. Serious times you need to focus on and fuck the crowd. Fuck what the crowd thinks. Okay? You need to focus on what's going on in the ring. That's what I think. Okay. So, from here on out, okay, first off, it's Jamma. Hey, Jamma. The Darkwing Duck Hour. Let's get dangerous. Absolutely. I totally agree. So, here's the thing. Is the 24/7 going to be part of the third hour? Absolutely not. The 24/7 title is going to be done all night long on every single episode of Monday Night Raw when the lighting is up so you can see people running through the crowd, running up and down the stairs so you can't miss them. The first 2 hours of Raw are happy times. It's happy fun times, okay? That's what it is. If you want to put this into... I mean, God, Jason said it good. Third hour is the hour of Drew McIntyre. Okay? Darker, more serious. So there you go. On to this 24/7 title. So, Mike, I'm sorry. So, Mick Foley lays it in the middle of the ring. He's going to get out of the way, ring the bell, and whoever wants it can come over and grab it. Once you grab it, you're the champion, and then you got to have a ref on hand. You get pinned. You're no longer the champ. You got a new champ. So here we have Bobby Roode winning the title after Titus O'Neil got the title. So first off, who is all running out to get this title? So we got, let me see. Jesus Christ. Mike doesn't really necessarily have it listed. We had EC3, Titus O'Neil, Gallows and Anderson were out there. Who else was out there to try to grab this title? I know I've got it in my database. I just can't think of it right now. I've had tequila put in my system. But either way, Titus O'Neil grabbed it. Bobby Roode ended up pinning him to get it. And so now Bobby Roode is being chased all around the arena now. He's being chased by everybody to get this title. All right. I have not looked at Mike's tweet about this. This is the first time I'm looking at it seriously. So, Jamma calling this the Milk Carton Invitational. Well, we'll get into this, okay? Here we go. Mike says that was a complete, unmitigated disaster of a segment and a championship introduction. That's supposed to save the ratings from tanking in the third hour. I just went through the reasons why the third hour is not going to tank. It has nothing to do with this thing. Give me a break. This is probably the worst I've seen the WWE scrambling, and I'm including 95-96. Horrible and embarrassing. That's his opinion. That's awesome. I totally understand why he thinks that. He posted this at 10:08 on Monday night, right after the thing aired. Okay? I totally get it. Okay? I cannot judge that opinion. I cannot at all. Okay? I have the luxury of marinating on it because here I am, 64 hours later. Is that right? About 60 hours later? Marinating on it. And also watching SmackDown on what happens from that to see what's going to come of it. So I totally understand Mike's opinion on it. It is completely justified. Totally get it. I incredibly disagree. I thought this was a fantastic segment. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Okay. just to see everyone scrambling for this belt, trying to pin a guy, chasing the guy all around the arena, him hiding behind something because, as we all know, pro wrestlers have no peripheral vision. I love it. I don't care what I this is me. Okay, I don't care. I loved it. Okay. If you have an opinion that's negative, that's fine. That's yours. I am not going to judge you for it. Okay. I totally understand why you would be angry with it. Totally get it. Respect you for it. The honors and the respects of the business. But I loved it. I love how beautiful and ugly it is. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to back away so you can look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Okay? Understand that people are chasing each other for this. This is gorgeous. People that you would not see on television for 3 weeks are grabbing this thing to be relevant because they haven't been on TV in 3 weeks. They're wanting this thing. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Okay? Whether you enjoy it or not, that's you. Okay? I will not judge you. I totally understand why you wouldn't like it. Okay? We all enjoy professional wrestling in different ways. And that's awesome. Okay? Because what's awesome is that we all love professional wrestling. Right? Right. Sip the sources. That's called truth. We need to crack open a new batch of sources because we still have a blue show to get through. Oh my God. We can blow through this real quick. Miz versus Drew McIntyre with Shane McMahon in tow. Drew McIntyre would win clean over Miz with the Claymore dropkick. McMahon says that he has a parting gift for the Miz and tells McIntyre to put him in the corner. Roman Reigns makes the save. Superman punches McIntyre out of the ring. McMahon runs away. Yes, making everyone very angry. Karen Corbin and Bobby Lashley are talking backstage when Robert Roode runs by, trailed by a bunch of superstars. Rollins and Kingston are backstage. They're going to take care of business before dealing with Brock Lesnar. Footage is shown of Mysterio and Samoa Joe at Money in the Bank. Samoa Joe does one of those cell phone interviews. Yeah. We're going to find out the state of the U.S. title next week. Huh. Okay. 24/7 champ Robert Roode is running backstage when he bumps into R-Truth. R-Truth hides Robert Roode in the trunk of his car. R-Truth sends the pack of wrestlers that have been chasing him in a different direction. R-Truth then lets him out of the trunk, tells him to get in the car, but then when Robert Roode opens the passenger door, there's a ref there. R-Truth cold cocks him. Ref pins 1, 2, 3. R-Truth is the new 24/7 champ, gets in the car, and bolts out. Bolts out. Yes. So R-Truth is your new 24/7 champ going into SmackDown that happened last night. It was a fantastic segment. Okay. DHA, how you doing in there? Sure, common sense of a nonconformist is my source. These truths have been in plain sight for years. Okay. Well, I just cracked open my new batch of sources. They're right here in plain view for you to see. Because everyone knows that my sources are very legit and very, well, they're not necessarily confidential, but they are absolutely reliable. So, yes. Finally, the main event, Kofi Kingston versus Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins versus Karen Corbin and Bobby Lashley. Typical tag team main event. Kingston and Rollins win. Brock Lesnar comes out to taunt that he's going to cash in on one of them. He doesn't do so. So there you go. Mike says it's incredible that a night after Money in the Bank, one of the better main roster pay-per-views in a while, they lay an absolute clunker of a show down like this. This Raw was bad, like really bad. It just screams desperation and no direction whatsoever. This is 95, 96 levels of bad. Look, this was, I think, a very good episode of Raw. You had some very good matches. You had Cesaro versus Ricochet. You had the Usos versus the Revival. If you wanted to satisfy your wrestling palate, you had those matches. You wanted to satisfy your comedy palate, you had the 24/7 title. If you wanted to satisfy your drama palate, you had Lesnar that couldn't decide if he wanted to cash in on Kofi or Rollins. It was all right there. Was this a fantastic show? Absolutely not. But it was definitely, in my opinion, one of the better episodes of Raw that we've had in a good month. 71% gave it thumbs down. I thoroughly disagree. I think this was a very well put together episode of Monday Night Raw. Very much so than any other episode they've had since WrestleMania. Better than their post-WrestleMania show. Better than any Superstar Shake-Up episode they've ever had. Ever since they've introduced a wild card rule, this was the best episode that Monday Night Raw has had since WrestleMania. I'm putting it out there. Am I doing it just for spite? Am I doing it just to be cool? Am I doing this just to disagree with people? No. This is from me, okay? That's what I think. Raw in Canada was solid? Nah, I don't know about that. Because I think the crowd influenced a lot of how I felt. I'm sorry. This was a good crowd in Albany, okay? They were having fun. This was a fun crowd in Albany. Yeah. So there you go. Let me see. What else is going on? Damn it, DHS, you're making me want to ban you. Don't make me ban you. You don't want me to do that. Seriously, you don't want me to do that, okay? Nah, I guess I will. Nope, there you go. Ban hammer drop. Stop it. We are to be happy here. We are all happy in the chat room. And I actually did that right there so that you could see it. Okay? I don't tolerate negativity. I don't tolerate negativity in my chat room, especially with others. We are all happies here. Right, Lex? That's what I thought. All right. Drop the ban hammer down. That felt good. Fresh sources feel good too. All right, that was the Red Show. Enough of that. Time to talk about the Blue Show. Time to talk about an even more fun Blue Show. Holy hell. You know, Kit, thank you so much. Good move. Thank you so much, Andrew Doug's Funhouse. Ebony Dad's. Ebony's saying that I look like an 80s sitcom dad for sure now. Thanks? I think? Were there any hot 80s sitcom dads? I don't know if Alan Thicke was one. Maybe Bob Saget wasn't one. What sitcom would... God damn it, Jamel. What sitcom would Doug be on? Oh, for the love of fuck. Whose side are you guys on? I'm on... don't you guys see that I'm on your side? I'm dropping that ban hammer down, and now you're going to put me on the spot thinking I'm a sitcom dad? Oh, stop it. All right, now. All right, stop it. The show's going off the rails. We got to talk about the Blue Show. You kids, stop it in there right now. I'm going to have you guys stare at this title until you guys keep it down in there. I am not from Family Strokes. I am not from Silver Spoon. I am not from My Two Dads. I am Doug. God damn it. So, look. This is what it's going to be. Okay? Stop it. Just a little help from my sources. God damn it, CJ. We're having fun tonight. Is everyone having fun in the chat room tonight? The tequila is hitting, but we're having fun. Come on now. Come on. We're having fun. There's a 24/7 title. That's right. I'm the dad from Alf. All right, Grash, don't make me drop the hammer. Okay, I'm not going to drop the hammer. Okay. All right. All right. Time to talk about the Blue Show. All right. Kicks off with Elias and Shane McMahon backstage. Elias says he's gotten too invested in his concert at Money in the Bank. He wasted all his energy and lost all his focus. Feels like he let Shane down, and Shane deserves better. Elias tells Shane that he'll be in his corner at Super Showdown as he faces Roman Reigns. That's what's going to be going on. But Shane will be in Elias's corner later tonight with his match against Roman Reigns. That's happening on the SmackDown Live. We cut to the ring. It's been 6 long weeks, but we have the return of Big E, even though he has not been cleared to return in the ring to perform. He is now appearing. So he is off the injury list. He's got a knee brace on. Torn meniscus is getting there. But yeah. So Big E is back on television, is what it is. And we figured he would be back around May, so here you go. In the ring, there's all kinds of stuff for Big E, welcoming him back and everything. Kevin Owens comes out and interrupts. He doesn't say a damn word. Then Sami Zayn comes out. He starts bitching about the New Day. Kevin Owens walks away. Yeah. I really liked Kevin Owens in this because he just walks away in disgust. But instead, Sami Zayn will be facing, I believe, Kofi King. Whatever. Who knows what's happening between all these guys? I can't remember what's happening between all these guys. The tequila is hitting. Kingston tells Sami not to let the smile fool him. When it's time to throw down, they throw down. Not only will he walk out on his own 2 feet, but he will walk through them. Big E adds because New Day rocks. New Day rocks. Yes. So backstage, Carmella is looking for R-Truth as she runs into him wearing a blonde wig. He's holding the 24/7 title. Carmella tells him everyone's looking for him. Truth says he has people looking for him 24/7 since he won. Carmella says the blonde wig won't help him and asks him why he came to SmackDown. R-Truth tells her he can't do this without her and asks for her help. There are wanted posters plastered all over the walls with R-Truth's name on them. Daniel, I'm wasted already. Well, I'm happy. You should be happy too. I say with a furrowed brow. Yes. Fun way to start off SmackDown. Ali versus Andrade with Zelina Vega in tow. This is now your pure wrestling match to satisfy your palate, just as Raw had with Cesaro versus Ricochet. We now have a wrestling match with Ali versus Andrade. Same thing. Very fun match. Very, very fun match. Counters going on every which way. Ali would get the quick roll-up after basically Ali showing off how much of a great babyface and peril he is. He's a bumping machine, went to the bumping school of Dolph Ziggler. Keep that get that name in your mind. Oh my gods. And yeah, just a bumping machine is Ali, sells like a champ, and then gets a quick roll-up. That's how you figure it. And I see you guys making fun of Ali and Andrade having a match of whoever wins gets their full name back. So what? Ebony, I will get into my full thoughts of the 24/7 title later on tonight. Just so you guys know. There's plenty of my own reactions and analysis to this thing. I have more to discuss regarding this title and more to show you guys. Okay? So don't get me wrong. We got a lot to talk about with this piece of art that is behind me. I want this as a mural in my living room. Look at that. I thought I wanted the wooden belt. I want this one even more. Look at that thing. Okay. All right, enough of that. I'm really wearing out the hinges and things on my mic stand here. Mandy Rose with Sonya Deville in tow versus Carmella with R-Truth in tow. Mandy Rose and Carmella attempt to have a match here. The only offense that was really achieved was Carmella kicking Mandy Rose in the face twice until a horde of people came out to chase down R-Truth. This included the B Team, Matt Hardy, Apollo. Who else? A lot of 205 Live guys were there too. The Brian Kendrick was there. I think Noam Dar was there. Lots of guys were chasing R-Truth out of here. I really wish there was a GIF that I could show. Yes, there it is. The GIF of R-Truth piggybacking Carmella and running through the crowd. Oh, God, it was hilarious. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. A blonde-wigged R-Truth with another blonde on top of him. Oh, God, this is great. This is great stuff. Oh, my God. If you are still angry from Monday night, but then you watch this, and you're still angry after watching this, I don't know what to do for you, man. I'll respect your opinions and everything, but for the love of God, man, you're just like how Trevor Noah on The Daily Show said about Game of Thrones fans, people getting upset over a TV show. If you're getting upset over a TV show and you need to see a therapist about it, you need to get some credit card debt and an STD. Okay? There's more important things to be worried about. Okay? For the love of God, this is just great to see. Okay, just the sight of it. You don't care what it's about. Look at that. Oh, God, yes. Gills, thank you for bringing up Corey Graves. Corey Graves and Byron Saxton were fantastic throughout this entire segment. Okay. Oh, God. Just great stuff. I was rolling. Okay. Elias is backstage playing his guitar. Camera cuts backstage. Big E is down holding his knee with Kofi and Xavier Woods. Big E was attacked backstage, and he says that Kevin Owens did it. So now we got Kofi Kingston versus Sami Zayn. Your winner of this match is Kofi Kingston via the TIP. Paul Heyman walks to the stage. He's holding the briefcase. But we look back to the ring, and suddenly Dolph Ziggler attacks Kofi Kingston from behind. Ziggler's wrapping a chair around Kofi's noggin, slams him into the announcer's desk, wailing on Kofi. Holy crap! Dolph is done doing stand-up. He's off the schneid. He's off the milk carton. He's come back. Sure. He's back. Roy on the Twitter, I think everyone forgot about Dolph Ziggler. No shit. It looks like he is back in the main event picture. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Roman Reigns arrives to the arena, and we see Elias playing on his guitar on top of one of the trailers. Kayla is backstage with Becky Lynch, asks her about defending the two titles. Bayley comes out, and she says some happy fun stuff because it's going to be a tag match of Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's title holder, and Bayley, the SmackDown Women's title holder, going against Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans, who are just a fantastic team together. Once again, you want a good match? Here's another one that's a good match. Seriously, the champs win, Lynch and Bayley. Just a good old-fashioned tag team match that did not feel like a throwaway women's tag team match. Seriously, okay? This was a very, very good match. Becky's selling well. Bayley's selling well as well. Evans doing her greatest on the apron. Just a good fun match. Okay. Lacey blaming Charlotte for the loss was even better. Yeah. Just a fun tag team match. R-Truth is backstage with Carmella. Jinder Mahal tries to get a roll up on R-Truth, but he kicks out. Jinder Mahal is off the milk carton. Carmella grabs him as the two continue to run. The B team attack R-Truth. They both try to go for a pin, but argue with each other. The R-Truth and Carmella run away again. All right. Dolph Ziggler is backstage. He's interviewed, asked why you do what you do. Ziggler says it deserves an honest answer. He grabs the microphone and he starts walking to the ring. Without any music, he walks to the ring. He says this goes back to when Ali got hurt and Kofi got an opportunity and he stepped up and he knocked it out of the park, and that should have been him. Ziggler says that Kofi jumped through hoop after hoop, walked in and ran the gauntlet, and after 11 years earned everything, became an overnight success, and that should have been him. Ziggler talks about how Kofi went into the Elimination Chamber and walked out a star. He walked into WrestleMania and left the WWE champ while Dolph, sat at home. Every day since, Kofi has outperformed every single critic, and they all respect and admire him, but that should have been Dolph. And that's why he did what he did. He had to. He had no other choice. Dolph says at Super Showdown he's going to beat Kofi for the WWE title because he has to. He'll become the champ, and everyone will admire and respect him and love him. And the WWE champ should be him. And then he walks away. I know that this may come as a shock to a lot of you right now listening live in the chat room or listening on demand, but sip the sources, and this is not the booze talking. As painful as you may think that promo was of Dolph's, I think it was probably one of his best ones. Because compare this promo, this monologue, to other ones that he's ever given. Ebony is absolutely right in the chat. He's never been a good promo. He's never been really good on the mic. Let's be honest. You got to remember what this guy has been doing. He rarely talked on the microphone because, absolutely right, Eb, he's not very good voice. So they kept it from him. This is, I think, one of his best promos he's ever given, but yes, CJ, you're absolutely right. It's not saying much. I mean, we're not talking, this is not like CM Punk or anything. This is not John Cena. This is not Roman Reigns. This is not, insert any other name to get your goosebumps all going. Okay? Dolph Ziggler is not good on the mic. To say that this was his best promo? No, it's a good compliment, but it's Dolph. Okay? If you weren't buying the crocodile tears, that's fine. Okay? But he's not on the level of a lot of others, but that's not what we're doing here. We're not comparing him to others. I'm comparing this to his previous bodies of work. This was his best. There are many other people that I would much rather listen to. Okay? But give credit where credit is due. This was good. All right? He's had so many different mouthpieces. Do we need to go over them? Why do you think Drew McIntyre was teamed up with him? It wasn't so that Drew McIntyre could get a Dolph Ziggler rub. Why do you think he had AJ Lee, Big E, Vicky Guerrero? Just go down the list of his career. Why do you think he was in so many tag teams? Why do you think whenever there were any programs that he was ever in, he never had as much mic time as the other one he was going against? Do we really need to go through him and Kofi Kingston? Do you know how many matches Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston had throughout the late 2000s? Do we really need to list them? I have only got 10 fingers, okay? I'm pretty damn well sure that they had at least 42 matches on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown collectively from 08 to 11. Okay? Look, to say that this was his best promo is a good thing. It was. But right now, anyone who thinks that Dolph Ziggler is great needs to kind of pump the brakes a little bit. You're getting sold to. Okay. Yeah. This guy. I know, Roy. But yeah, Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston at Super Showdown for the 217th time. We get a video highlighting the history of Randy Orton and Triple H because they're going to be facing each other at Super Showdown. Shane McMahon comes out as he introduces Elias to the ring because he's going to be facing Roman Reigns. Shane McMahon is at ringside. This would end up with Roman Reigns winning after a lot of guitar threatening was happening, but that did not happen. Shane interfered a little bit, got Roman distracted, and out came Drew McIntyre to give him a Claymore dropkick. And that's how we would end the show. What did you think of SmackDown? I thought it was fun. Did you think it was fun? Of course I thought it was fun because nobody watches SmackDown. What did everyone think of that edition of SmackDown? 85% said thumbs up on SmackDown Live because, as we all know, nobody watches SmackDown. All right. How's everyone feeling? Everyone feeling frosty? I feel fantastic. We still got to go over some news. Got to go over the milk carton and my thoughts on this beautiful, exquisite title. Yes. But before we do that, we got to talk about serious stuff, and I will try to get to a somber voice and try not to talk too loudly and be too hyped up because, yes, we got to talk about some news, some sad, some bad, and some happy. So there you go. Doug, where's the news? There's the news. Sorry to start this segment off on a somber note, but last Thursday got word of the unfortunate passing of Ashley Mazzaro. Passed away at the age of 39, just as old as me. Mazzaro was the winner of the 2005 Raw Diva Search, that won her $250,000 and a WWE contract. She would also be on the cover of Playboy magazine in 2007. Statement released by the WWE: "We're saddened to learn of the tragic death of Ashley Mazzaro, performed in the WWE from 2005 to 2008, and was beloved by her fellow superstars and fans around the world. They offer condolences to family and friends." Same here. You know, this one is a little rough. Not just with how old she is. I mean, dear Lord, as old as me. And you try to think of like how she was doing with in her life. She was happy on the social media. She she showed a great front. Showed she was living great outside of the professional wrestling world. You know, she wasn't really that into professional wrestling. She was kind of taking advantage of the name that she made for herself within the WWE. This is a little tough. Yeah. I really hope that we don't hear too much about why. Um, just for the sake of I'm sure that she had some personal problems, but I really hope we don't go too deep into them. I guess that's the only thing. Okay, I really don't make I hate making speculations like that or assumptions like that, but I got a feeling that's what we're gonna find out. You know, it's the cynic in me. You know, I don't want to kill the great mood that we have, but it's probably gonna be released. You know, but apart from that, it's sad. It's kind of sad. So yeah, lots of other the wrestling industry reacted to the passing of Maria Kanellis. She's got no words. Ashley was my tag partner at WrestleMania, sometimes the road wife. Dear God, that photo. We did countless photo shoots our press days together. It seems like yesterday Ashley was a major part of my life, and then our worlds changed, and now she's gone. Ugh, oh boy. Mick Foley came out of his hometown. You know, he said this is just awful news. Gone. She was only 39. She lived in the same town as me. I loved seeing her around. She was always so nice, and now she's gone. Starcast. Everyone at Starcast, I would like to extend our sincere condolences. Natty Neidhart. My thoughts and prayers go out to Ashley Massaro and her family. Paige. R.I.P. Lisa Marie Varon. My heart is so sad for the loss of my good friend Ashley. She will be missed greatly. R.I.P. Tori Wilson. I can't even begin to explain how devastated I am to hear about Ashley. Legit one of the sweetest people I've ever known. When we fall into a dark place, it can seem like it will change. But if you are there, please keep hope and reach out for help. And the Iron Sheik, Ashley Massaro, God bless you forever. Again, the only dark things I'm hoping is that, there weren't any inner demons that she was fighting that she didn't succumb to. That's the only thing I'm hoping. Ric Flair was scheduled to undergo surgery, and Comrade Thompson commented on his status. This was on that same Thursday of last week. Earlier that Thursday, TMZ reported that WWE Hall of Famer Nature Boy Ric Flair was rushed to the hospital with a medical emergency and described the situation as, quote, very serious. Conrad Thompson, Flair's son-in-law, issued a comment on a media call to refute the report. Flair is in the hospital for a scheduled surgery that is neither grave nor very serious. Flair elected to undergo the surgery before heading out to Las Vegas for Starrcast 2, which is this weekend, where he will take part in the roast of Ric Flair. Flair went through a very major health situation back in August of 2017, which put him in a medically induced coma and described as near death. Later on, that same day, Wendy Barlow, Ric Flair's wife, provided a health update, saying in a statement, quote, due to ongoing health complications, Ric was taken to the hospital and is expected to undergo a procedure tomorrow morning, after which he expects to fully recover. Later on the next Saturday, last Saturday, Ric Flair's wife, Wendy Barlow, posted on Instagram that, it was postponed until Monday. So, Ric Flair's scheduled surgery is postponed until Monday because of this little bum rush to the hospital. But it's due to a heart condition that he's been battling for years. Finally, underwent successful surgery this past Monday. According to Flair's wife, Wendy Barlow, doctors said the procedure was a success. It was delayed over health concerns. So, the guy's still alive. Okay? Conrad Thompson. Not the other Conrad. That's a different Conrad. Let's talk about some happy news. Well, maybe not happy, but maybe some interesting news. BT Sport TV news. BT Sport is going to be getting WWE UK TV broadcasting rights from Sky Sports. BT Sport have reportedly acquired the broadcasting rights of WWE television events in the UK. The Telegraph, publications out of the UK, have reported that the next cycle of UK WWE TV rights will go to BT Sport, ending the WWE's 30-year relationship with Sky Sports. BT Sports is expected to make this announcement soon. This news comes after ITV had announced that they will be airing AEW over on their channels. That is UK television news right there. So understand this. That is right, CJ. You put it right down there in the chat. News Corps, Sky Sports, Rupert Murdoch are not airing the WWE in the UK because they invested all of their money into the US. That's why. They don't see the reason to have to pay for all the rights when they're already in the headquarters of where it's going to be. So, seems fair. They are going to actually News Corps, Rupert Murdoch, look to end up making more money in 1 year of airing SmackDown on broadcast television on Fox than they could with 1 year of UK WWE programming of any show happening in Europe. It's true. So it makes perfect sense for News Corp and Sky Sports to abandon their contract with the WWE when they've got a major foothold on half of their programming in the States. That's how I'm interpreting this. Speaking of more TV, just like I said, AEW announces that the Double or Nothing pay-per-view that's happening this weekend is going to air live globally on Fight TV. It's the same damn thing they did with the All In event last year during Labor Day weekend. If you didn't know about that, go ahead. Whatever, just investigate it yourself. Former WWE star is announced for that event Saturday in Las Vegas. Place your bets. Who could it be? Who is the former WWE talent that could be coming? It's Ty Dillinger, also known as Ronnie Arneal, but he's under the ring name of Shawn Spears. That was his indie ring name. And he will be performing on the pre-show Battle Royal. That's our news. Former WWE superstar is going to be on the pre-Battle Royal. Congratulations. You're moving up in the world. JoJo and Bray Wyatt welcomed their first child on Saturday. I think we got a photo of it right down there. Yep, there she is. There's the little thing. Nash 6 Rotunda is the name. Gave birth on Saturday. So, great that she's in full recovery. Sounds great. I'm so happy for the two of them. Yes, Impact Wrestling had some contract news regarding two performers that had been on Impact Wrestling TV shows, Scarlett Bordeaux and Jordan Grace. Now, when it comes to Scarlett Bordeaux, as of last Saturday night's Impact Wrestling event over in Queens, New York, word was going around that Scarlett Bordeaux officially requested her release from the company. Well, according to that same report from PW Insider, it was confirmed that Bordeaux did indeed ask for her release and is under a pay-per-appearance and not a guaranteed contract. It is also being said that her current deal is set to expire later this summer. She recently worked the latest TV tapings held over at in Philadelphia. Next scheduled appearance for the company will be on the TV tapings at the Queen's Melrose Ballroom, June the 6th and 7th. No word of a report if they will grant her release. However, Jordan Grace has been working for Impact without a contract. It is now believed that the contract Impact provided Grace last October was never signed, returned, or executed. According to the same report from PW Insider, over the last 24 hours, Impact has been scrambling to get Grace to sign with the promotion so that she would technically be able to, but she hasn't because she wants to consider other offers from other promotions. That sounds fair in this report from Sunday. But then, of course, today, Jordan Grace confirms that she signs a multi-year contract with Impact Wrestling. So, that's that. Finally, a few weeks ago, I talked about, I mentioned that a Dasha Fuentes was released from the WWE. This interviewer from NXT. She's released by the WWE and decides to do one of these interviews with Chris Van Vliet, who loves to be sold by anybody. And she decides to sell us on her criticism about how she acted robotic on camera. Acting robotic on camera. She says, quote, It's trying to oddly find the balance of not showing too much personality, which, as you can see, I kind of have a little bit of, and it's showcasing the talent because at the end of the day, it's about the talent and what it is that they have to say. They don't want us to skew any opinions or form any biases about what's going on. So for me, that's the hard part because I'm all or nothing. What she's saying is that she wants to be a part of the show, but her focus of being a part of the show was to not be a part of the show. She wanted to be a part of the show, but she's supposed to show off how other people are part of the show. She wanted to be a part of the show. No, she just couldn't do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She wanted to be a part of the show, but they didn't want her to be a part of the show. Why should we make you a part of the show? These other people are part of the show. If you want to be a part of the show, then give us a reason for you to be a part of the show. So there you go. Sip the sources. Injury news. Alexa Bliss was not medically cleared to perform at Money in the Bank. Thus, Nikki Cross was given her place, according to F4W Online, reporting that the injury is not believed to be serious. It's rather a precautionary measure to remove her since she would be in a ladder match. That makes sense. But PW Insider goes a step further and says that it's a concussion. Whichever one that I want to believe, and I think I want to believe F4W Online in that they're taking a precautionary measure with Alexa Bliss, that she's going to be in a ladder match, and you're trying to ease her back into the main roster. Now is not the time to do that. I am not going with PW Insiders route that it's a concussion. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, there you go. That is your close to injury news. Updates to the injury list. Jason Jordan with that goddamn neck injury that's been going on for nearly a year and a half. 2 years. We have no idea if he's still part of the main roster. Fandango, torn labrum. He was supposed to have been back about a good 3-4 months ago, but he's too busy enjoying Tampa Bay Rays baseball games. Akam, knee surgery. He's supposed to be back sometime this month. Expect that very soon to be tag team back up with Razar. Tomato Chomper, neck surgery. He's not going to be back until December of later this year. Actually, he may not be coming back at all. We're not sure. Ronda Rousey has a broken hand and wants a Bennett. She's not going to be back until around WrestleMania times. Nia Jax, ACL cleanup surgery on both knees. She's not going to be back until Royal Rumble of next year. Jeff Hardy, cleanup knee surgery on his right knee. He is not going to be back until March of next year. It's going to be a long one. Dominic Dijakovic out of NXT, torn meniscus. He is not going to be back until July. Probably another 2 months. We're looking at about Big E time is what we're looking at. And finally, Alexa Bliss, concussion? We're not sure when she's going to be back for in-ring competition. So, those are all the people that are hurt. What about the people that aren't hurt? What about the people that are perfectly healthy? What about the people who have not been on WWE television for the past 3 weeks, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view? Well, they end up in a place that everyone knows and loves, the one place that the WWE has been paying attention to. If there's any segment that they pay attention to with this insipid, drunken show, it is the WWE Milk Carton. Oh, everybody loves me. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Hey, where's Dolph? Once again, I love this title. I don't care what anyone says. I just want to stare at it and just make everyone angry that they're staring at it instead of my face. Which one is prettier, this belt or my face? No, I'm pretty. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm milking this for all it's worth because there was so much hate for this belt. Okay. So much hate for this belt. All right. On to the milk carton. Let's start it off with Alicia Fox. She has not been on TV since April the 22nd when she had a botcherific performance against Becky Lynch on Raw. We will probably not see her again. She is done. All right, she is done. Chad Gable, haven't seen him since an April the 23rd match against Jinder Mahal on SmackDown when they were so rudely interrupted by Lars Sullivan destroying him up and down. Too bad. Oh, okay. First, speaking of Jinder Mahal, it is official. I have taken Sunil and Samir Singh off of the Milk Carton. They are now part of 205 Live. Fair? Fair. Just as Jinder Mahal is off the Milk Carton as well. Lana has not been on television. When was the last time you were on television, Lana? Where are you? No, you're fine. You were in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I forgot to take you off. It's your husband that's on the Milk Carton, Rusev. He hasn't been on TV since April the 23rd when he had a match. He was along ringside in a match with Kofi Kingston versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So, yeah. Speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, we haven't seen him since April the 23rd. It's been a full month now. We have no idea what's going on with those two. Expect a surprise appearance sometime on Raw for no reason whatsoever. Ah, yes. Buddy. Ah, buddy. Why are you here? Buddy Murphy, why are you here? You made a monologue on the Superstar Shakeup episode, April the 16th. Oh, Jamel saying Lana wasn't in the Money in the Bank? Oh, okay. Well, okay, I guess. Never mind. There were so many women in that thing, I just couldn't remember. I was in a rush. Buddy Murphy saying that he can't wait to show up on SmackDown after the Superstar Shakeup, and he has yet to show up on SmackDown. Oh, boy. Once again, we see how vital that the Superstar Shakeup has been to the roster. Leo Rush. Go ahead and state your reasons. Why do you think he's not on the roster? Is it because he had family backstage? Is it because he has a loud mouth? It doesn't matter. He hasn't been on TV since April the 15th when he was ringside in a 6-man tag match. So, whatever. He's too busy posting inspirational shit on Twitter, which leads me to believe he's not a happy camper and he's being passive-aggressive. All of the Riot Squad have yet to come back to WWE TV. Liv Morgan's, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan. Rumors are going around that Ruby Riott is having shoulder surgery again, but that has nothing to do with Liv Morgan or Sarah Logan, so I'm anticipating they're all taking a vacation. They've been well at it for a good full calendar year, and it sounds fair. No, Doug. What do you say no, Doug, to Sidgy? What do you say no to me for? Sheamus. Haven't seen Sheamus on TV since the SmackDown episode following WrestleMania. WWE just confirmed it. Okay, good. All right, cool deal. Ruby Riott is out with a shoulder injury, but what about everyone else? Sheamus hasn't been seen since the SmackDown following WrestleMania. Not sure why. No confirmation about a concussion, no confirmation about an injury, but he's built his own gym in his garage and he's doing workout videos. And he is traveling with the company. Still traveling with the company. Ah, the Ascension. Where have they been? Haven't seen them since the Battle Royale at WrestleMania. Alongside Harper. Alongside Mickie James with the Women's Battle Royal. Alongside Rhino. And Sasha Banks is copping a tood because she's not a champion. I'm not buying that. I'm buying more that she's taking some time off. She's been at it she's been perfectly healthy for the past, 3 years? She's taking a vacation. She's taking a break. And maybe watching some of her other matches. Watching some of her old matches from the past 4 months. And seeing how horrible she looked. And noticing that she needs a lot more work. Whatever vacation she wants to take, I'm sure she's going to double that so that she can spend a ton of time at the Performance Center. Seriously. So that she's not so full of herself and think that she's just a creative mastermind in the ring. We don't give a shit what you can do in the ring. You're supposed to be a character actor. Shelton Benjamin. Haven't seen him since WrestleMania either. Same with Tamina. Tyler Breeze. Haven't seen you since WrestleMania. Problem is, Tyler Breeze has been doing stuff with NXT house shows, so I might be taking Tyler Breeze off the milk carton as well. Killian Dane. Haven't seen you since a 3-on-1 handicap match with SmackDown Live. I'm not sure if I should keep him on the milk carton, though. I think he's an active member of NXT UK, though I may be wrong. Primo Cologne. Haven't seen you since March the 26th. Oh, boy. Gosh, I shouldn't really mention why. But that's just the last time we've seen you. Razar. Haven't seen Razar since February the 4th when he was angry with Apollo Crews that he liked Kurt Angle so much. We will see him soon enough once Akam is perfectly healthy. Not worried about that. Goose saying that Dane is not in NXT UK. Yes, Alexander Wolf is. That's why Alexander Wolf is not on the milk carton. But finally, the stalwart of the milk carton, the guy who will never go away, not until he's released, not until we know, unless he's found. Never see him again. It's been since Survivor Series since we've seen him, and that's Epico Cologne. Raw vs. SmackDown Tag Team Elimination Title Match, November the 18th of last year. Over 6 months. Man, he's making like a bandit. He's not as bad as No Way Jose, not nearly as bad as Bray Wyatt, but darn near close. We should be getting to that time where we're going to be hearing about some spring cleaning. Prepare to hear Epico and Alicia Fox's name soon. So, that is your milk carton. Take a sip of this. Well, no, we're not taking a sip of the sources just yet. Because we've got to take our third shot. No way, Jose. No way, Jose was trying to go after the 24/7 title on Monday. So, is Matt Hardy going to rejoin the carton? No, Matt Hardy tried going after the 24/7 title on SmackDown last night. So no. I pay attention to who's going after the 24/7 title. Daniel saying Doug's having a fun night. Hey, when I'm having a fun night, you're having a fun night. Right? Right. All right, time for the third shot. Gotta take it. Oh, God. Oh, God, that looks like more than one. Oh, God. Yeah, take my third shot and hope this doesn't hurt because some of us got to be at work at 8 in the morning. Oh, boy. Okay. Procrastinate because I've got to give my thoughts on this exquisite, this masterpiece behind me. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, enough procrastinating. I got the sources to chase. Here we go. All right, so once again, as is tradition and as we stated before, here's to me not knowing shit about professional wrestling. Oh, God. Hold on, I need something else. I got some Snapple here. There we go. That's better. I've always got plenty of liquid around my table. All right. Time to give my thoughts on this exquisite piece of leather and tin behind me that I am sure everyone has already given their two pennies, their handful of nickels, and whatever else they can find inside their couch about. So, Once again, I'm not here to offend those that have already given an opinion. You're fine to have yours. It's all good. We are all on the same side here. We love professional wrestling, right? Right. Except that my opinions are more sane than yours. Talk about the 24/7 title. I want you to stare at that. Isn't it so beautiful? Forest green surrounded by gold. Gosh, look at that. Isn't that fraction in the center of the belt? Look at that. It's like the algebra title. CJ saying you might design a shirt for my sayings. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know how much money it would really make, but eh. All right. Time to talk about this thing. Okay? I've been teasing and teasing and teasing, so I'm just going to go ahead and get mine. Number one, if you can't tell by how awkward my camera background is and how it's not dead centered, I love this. Okay, I absolutely love this concept. Okay, everyone who's having a cow about it are the ones that remember the hardcore title and how it was defended 24/7. But you can't call it that because we don't want people to be blasting each other in the head with chairs and cement blocks and anything that's not, bolted down. We don't want that. We're not having violence for the sake of violence. We're having comedy for the sake of comedy. The reason we're having 24/7 title is blatantly obvious. But I'll tell you what, I would much rather have that than what we've had in the past. But of course, the gut check reactions to the 24/7 title have not been about the concept of the title. They have not been about, the reasons why they're doing it. It's just more about how it looks. On the Twitter, you find reactions like this, who just bait you in with a graphic like this, because don't you identify with CM Punk now, even though he hasn't been with the company for well over 5 or 6 years? I mean, yeah, don't you identify with him in that, that's how you would feel about something like this? We need to spur your emotions. And you being a very passionate professional wrestling fan that pays attention to this way too much than you should, that doesn't really you don't have a social life or a job or any other kind of responsibilities of any kind. We're trying to spark your emotions. Would you please click on our podcast? Please. Doesn't this banner, this image of R-Truth holding the 24/7 title and CM Punk mimicking vomiting, doesn't this incite you to want to be a part of our group? More to the point, doesn't a meme like this, that you find on Reddit or any other kind of podcast involving a Dark Overlord Dave Meltzer or a F4W Online or any one of those, doesn't it make you feel part of a group? That when they show you something that you're angry about and they try to bleep out curse words and then hold up a person showing middle fingers and with gloves and a witch's mask, and dear God, don't you feel so mature? Don't you feel like you are actually part of something, that a movement of some kind? You're part of a group, that hates what this thing looks like. If you are seriously angry about what a belt looks like, there's no hope for you. I can't talk you away from that cliff. Okay, you're on your own. If I see you plummeting, I'm just gonna have to shrug my shoulders because there is no hope for you. Okay. If you're angry over this, okay, I can understand why you would be angry over the 24/7 title. I can understand how you feel that it's a sign of desperation. I totally get that. But you've got to understand why they're doing it and what it could have been and what we have been getting and how this is so much better than anything that we have had for the past 8 months. Bear in mind, and I'm sorry I've got to leave that image up. I'll actually take that image away. Bear in mind, okay, the past, if your complaint about who would be going after this title are going to be all of the names that we saw on Monday or Tuesday night. Throw those names out there. Titus O'Neil, Robert Roode, the B Team, Matt Hardy. R-Truth is the champion right now. Apollo, random guys from 205 Live. Gallows and Anderson. Name all of the people that have been going after. Mojo Rawley went after the title. No Way Jose went after it. Okay? Name all those people, all of those names that were going after this title. Okay? All of those names that I just listed. And your complaint is that, oh, it's just going to be for them. Well, you know what those people were doing? No, they weren't doing that. This is what we had. The 24/7 title is meant to be the time filler of Monday Night Raw and portions of SmackDown. What was the time filler for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown 6 to 8 months ago? It was this mixed match challenge shit. Don't get me wrong. The show on Facebook was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Okay? It was fun. Don't get me wrong. However, they had to promote it. And so they would have those mixed match tag matches all the time on Raw and SmackDown. But they weren't as fun as what they were on Facebook, because on Raw and SmackDown, they've also got to cater to what the storylines were going on in the show. Season 2 of the Mixed Match Challenge was especially horrible because they never had the same damn teams. The team that was Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss ended up changing Lord knows how many times. I think it ended up being Ember Moon and someone else. It was a really bad It was a really bad idea for season 2. They pushed it out way too quickly to do a second season. First season was fantastic. Eric Young. Yes, Jason, thank you for pointing it out. Eric Young is off the milk carton because he went after the title. Completely shaved his face and head, by the way. It was Ember Moon and Apollo. Thank you. No, it was Ember Moon and Kurt Hawkins. It was whatever. The point is that if we did not have the 24/7 title, we would have actually pointless matches. We would have actual pointless stuff happening involving all of those people that you're complaining about that would be getting this title. That would just be chasing. That would just be a Scooby-Doo chase. And you know what? Scooby-Doo chases are pretty fucking fun. They are. Okay? Look up all of the episodes of Monday Night Raw involving the Hardcore title and Crash Holly. Shut up. Don't even have to have in mind that they involved weapons of any kind. It has nothing to do with that. It's the chase. They want to have a Scooby-Doo cartoon. And they've got it. But everyone's complaining. Everyone's complaining about how the title looks. Well, you know what? Who cares? It's a crappy belt that's being chased by crappy people. As if you care. Come on. But apart from that, what's going to make the 24/7 title so fantastic is the social media aspect of it, which has been happening full force for the past 2 days. It has been a treasure. I have been retweeting stuff from R-Truth and Drake Maverick that is just absolutely hilarious. But here from on the Twitter, the Pro Wrestling Sheet, they follow me, I follow them. Mick Foley unveiled the 24/7 belt. What are your thoughts? Random people. saying, I like it, but why Titus for the first champ? Dude, it's so ugly and dumb. I love it because it's a complete worthless joke belt for lower card dudes to fight over. It looking bad makes it way funnier. I probably wouldn't like it as much if the scramble for it wasn't as blah, blah, blah. But here, Will Mahoney on the Twitter, the best use of WWE's new 24/7 title is via social media. The key is presenting unique situations, not constant title changes. Alert folks via push notification to tune in for a match happening right now at an amusement park, at the mall, at the zoo. It makes perfect sense. This is fantastic. This is a fantastic, fantastic concept. Will they ever use it? Who the hell knows? That's not for me to decide. That's for the higher ups and the people with resources to decide. Okay? But the sky is the limit for this thing. Fit Finley tweeted out yesterday with a wanted poster of R-Truth saying 24/7. It's open to the alums. It's open to the agents. It's open to Hall of Famers. The floodgates have opened. This is fantastic. Okay. Finally, Drake Maverick. If you want to see right now, I think the best in social media when it comes to this 24/7 title and actually WWE in general, one of the one of the handles to follow is at WWE Maverick. It's Drake Maverick. He's freaking hilarious. Okay, this he posted at 6:45 this morning from the airport. Okay, check this out.
This is the last possible place that R-Truth could be. I'm at the airport. God knows what could happen if he gets through TSA. I'll take the championship off him. Scan it to the machines.
Excuse me.
Here, hold on. I'm going to go to...
This is the last possible place that R-Truth could be. I'm at the airport. God knows what could happen if he gets through TSA. I'll take the championship off him. Scan it to the machines.
Excuse me. Nice to meet you. Have you seen R-Truth?
I have not yet.
Have you seen Ron Truth?
not seen
He's wearing a
yes.
championship. No. Yeah. Good morning, man. Thank you. Just that, please. You haven't seen a man wearing a championship belt with a blonde wig or anything. Name's R-Truth, WWE wrestler. You wouldn't have happened to have seen a man named Ron the Truth Killings, R-Truth. He's a WWE superstar. Maybe he has a... Yeah, you do. Okay, he has a blonde wig on, 24/7 championship. Did you happen to see him? You're the man. You didn't see him. Nobody saw him. Nobody saw him. This man didn't see him. This is my last chance.
Oh, hey, Drake
Absolutely
flies Southwest.
No hope at all. I have a real concern that R-Truth may have duped the great people at TSA due to being a master of disguise. I think he's actually now in the departure lounge.
And yes, I totally agree, CJ. R-Truth's vignettes have been freaking gold. I mean, he recorded one earlier today from a doctor's office here in Charlotte. Okay, so the stuff that can come from this 24/7 title is better than anything that the WWE has ever come up with when it comes to filler. Okay? If you're offended by this, seriously, how'd you feel about 3MB? How'd you feel about Santino Marella? How did you feel about any of that? Did that anger you? I don't know what to tell you. I got to tell you, right now, this 24/7 title could save Monday Night Raw. It really could. This could save Monday Night Raw from the low ratings. It can save them from just the low everything about them. Other thing, too, when it comes to this 24/7 title. Okay? I don't know if I'm in the majority in this thought. I don't know if you all in the chat room are as well. Okay? I don't know what the majority opinion is when it comes to this 24/7 title. I am acting a little trollish when I say how beautiful it is. Okay? I'll go ahead and admit that. But the number one thing that I need you to take away from this is what I have been saying for the past 2 months. Turned it into a meme. And it so rings freaking true when it comes to the debut of this title and everyone's reaction to it. Well, fuck your shit. Fun things are fun. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit while I go ahead and sip some sources before I go into the outro. That's going to do it for Wrestleview Weekly. I hope I lived up to the hype of trying to give my thoughts on the 24/7 title. I hope I did not offend anyone in my thoughts. I hope I didn't step on anyone's toes. I thought I did pretty good, barring that I had 3 shots of tequila and 2.5, 3 beers in me. Guys, I do drink a beer before I go on the show. I've got to calm the nerves. Believe me, I do. Thank you all so much for showing up to the show. Everyone in the chat room, let yourself be known. You better let yourself be known right now. You're going to be in the show here because I already said hi to you, but I want to say bye to you as well. Everyone that tuned in via the SoundCloud, the iTunes, or the Spotify, thank you all so much. Show up on the YouTube channel, Wrestleview. Look us up on the YouTube. Subscribe to us. We don't do a lot of shows. We're not going to annoy you. We would never do such a thing. See ya later, Jamel, Daniel, Gills, CJ, Ebony, Andrew. I know Lex was in there. I know Kit was in there. I know a lot of others. Grash is in there. Everyone else, thank you all. Jason, yes. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. That meme that I just showed is not going to take over for the original outro motto that I always say on this show. Teaser. Oh my God, I forgot teaser for next week's show. You really think that the predictions and the locks end for Money in the Bank? You really think those end? Guess what's happening this next Saturday, kids? NXT TakeOver. We got to make some predictions and locks on that as well. And I'm also wanting to binge on 205 Live, but I'm going to have to postpone all of that because of stuff. So, once again, tune in next week here on this show. Predictions for NXT TakeOver happening next Saturday. Oh, God, it's going to sting. Yes, once again, thank you all so much for stopping by. And as always, know when you're being sold to.